Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our virtual collision pitch competition. This is going to be I think, our third virtual one since we've all been in COVID lockdown and not able to do our pitches in person. Let's see, I'm just trying to get everybody situated here so I can see everybody's great faces. All right, there we go. We are really happy that you're here this evening and on such a gray and drizzly night. It's a good thing to be together and to really celebrate the three pictures that we have together tonight. So Collision is a program of the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce and the Muse, begun back in the spring of 2019. So we're about almost 2 years old now. The competition has brought a stage to over 50 startups, including local folks from the Middlesex County area, as well as across Connecticut, and students from Wesleyan. And we're going to be hosting another student competition on December 1st, and more information will go out about that shortly. The Muse mission is to be a catalyst to bring together resources for the startup community in Middlesex County and the city of Middletown. And we do this through co-working space and meeting spaces, educational opportunities, and workshops and webinars and such like that. And then, of course, we have a nice crew of mentors and business advisors for our startups and entrepreneurs. We are supported by obviously the chamber, but also the city of Middletown, CT Next, Wesleyan University, Pratt & Whitney, Middlesex Health, and Liberty Bank. And on behalf of all of us at the Muse and the pitchers here tonight, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their continued support. My name is Rebecca Mead, and Susan Hayes and I work together as a team from the Chamber on Collision. And our newest program that we just launched last night is called the Jumpstart Incubator. It is an incubator for 5 companies this fall. And over the next 9 weeks, the participants will learn from local business leaders, and community supports about business planning, business strategies and marketing strategies, legal considerations for business and structure, social entrepreneurship, and a host of other topics to really give them a good foundation to start their businesses. These 5 companies will pitch at Collision in December, mid-December, after the Wesleyan pitch. And so keep an eye out for information about that. We're going to be sending that out soon. We'd love to have you participate in that as well. I'd like to introduce Susan Hayes, my cohort here at the Muse, and she'd like to say a few words and welcome everyone.
I just want to thank everybody for participating tonight. We know it's been a difficult year for everybody, but the Muse is here to help in any way that we can. We are planning to try to come back full operation beginning of next year, obviously COVID compliant. But I'm here if you have any questions after tonight, and I will leave my email and phone number in the chat box for everybody. And let's get this started.
Great. Super. So now's a great time to grab a wine or a beer or a seltzer and get comfortable and sit back and enjoy our 3 pitchers. So this is how we're going to be running tonight. So we have 3 pitchers, 3 companies that are here to pitch tonight. They have prepared a video pitch, and then they have up to 7 minutes after that video to provide updates, additional information, and the like about their businesses. Following that 7 minutes, we'll have 5 minutes for Q&A, and we do ask that you put your questions into the chat box so that I can ask the questions to the pitchers, and I'll moderate those, and we'll use up the 5 minutes. Once that's over, we will move on to the next pitch, and at the end we will have a live vote. We will provide information on how to contact the pitchers after our event. We'll send out a note to all of the attendees with pitcher contact information. We do ask that you use that just to contact them to get additional information about their businesses and not to solicit them for anything. Once all 3 pitchers have had their opportunity to pitch and answer questions, like I said, we'll open the vote. We'll be using the polling opportunity here within Zoom to make that vote. We're going to announce the winner of our pitch competition live. And so the winner this evening will receive a prize package provided by the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce, and Jeff Pugliese, who unfortunately could not be with us tonight, will be in touch with the winner after this evening's event to provide the award to you. And so while we are listening to the pitches and considering which one we want to put our vote for, we ask that you keep our 4 points of criteria in mind. They are, originality. So how unique is the idea that the pitcher is providing this evening? What is the potential? Has the pitcher presented a business that has potential for long-term sustainability and growth? Is it solution-based, meaning does it provide a solution to a societal problem or a market problem that has been clearly identified? And lastly, does the company provide a social impact to their immediate market or to the community as a whole through the way that they give back? So I know this is a lot of information, and I know I'm ready to get started, and I hope our pitchers are too. So give me a thumbs up, pitchers, if you're all good to go. You ready? Awesome. So we're going to be proceeding tonight with the pitches in alphabetical order by company name. Oops, I'm going backwards, not the way I wanted to go. And so the first pitch that we have this evening, and I just need to do something quickly here. Whoop. There we go. The first pitch that we have this evening is Grantis Cosmetics. And pitching for Grantis is Lillian Childress. Grantis Cosmetics is an ultra-sustainable brand that produces all-natural and ethically sourced makeup in biodegradable packaging. And with each purchase that is made, Grantis plants a tree. I'd like to play the video for you. And do let me know if you can't hear this. I hope you can.
Welcome to Grantis. I'm an environmental engineer and a product designer. I've always enjoyed wearing cosmetics, but I've also always felt uncomfortable with the plastic packaging that these products come in and the encyclopedia of chemicals printed on their labels. Every year, the cosmetics industry produces 76 billion items of plastic packaging. We want to change that. In designing a biodegradable cosmetics line, I wanted to create something that doesn't sacrifice the elegance of traditional packaging and yet clearly speaks as a category of its own. When you're done using them, you can compost them, you can bury them in the ground, you can also recycle them. And if you can't compost them in your area, send them back to us and to pack in all of the good stuff. These products are vegan, they're cruelty-free, they're gluten-free, they're sulfate-free, they're paraben-free, they're phthalate-free, and they're made using completely natural ingredients. I believe that businesses need to take responsibility for our environmental and social impacts. The waste we produce and our carbon footprint aren't just externalities, they need to be a part of our business equation. That's why we made a partnership with the organization One Tree Planted. For every lip and cheek stick and every eyeshadow you buy from Grantis Cosmetics, we'll plant one tree. So join me, plant a tree, buy a lip and cheek stick, an eyeshadow for you, a friend, a partner. Let's clean up cosmetics.
Great. So Lillian, what would you like to add to that for this evening?
Thank you. First of all, I think that there are a few issues with the video audio, so I really apologize for that. I hope it didn't interrupt the viewing experience. My name is Lillian. I'm really excited to meet everyone here. I started thinking about Grantis Cosmetics in May 2019 when I was using cosmetics and I like to use a lot of skincare products and makeup products, and it's just looking at all of the products I own and felt like they have so much plastic packaging, and that I didn't want to be contributing to that. And so I started designing a different model using paper packaging. It's completely compostable and recyclable. And I really enjoyed the design process. And then fast forward to October 2019, I launched a Kickstarter for the product, and I was able to produce our first batch. And so we were finally able to fully launch our website in July of this year. Some things were pushed back due to COVID, but we eventually prevailed. And so now you can buy our lip and cheek sticks, 5 different colors, at grantis.co. And we are, right now, we're very small. We're working on building our community and selling in some small retailers. Right now, we're particularly looking for retailers to partner with. And I guess the last thing I would say is that I wanted to create this product so that people would have an alternative to the unsustainable packaging that so many cosmetics come in, and an alternative to the sort of unhealthy, untransparent ingredients that we see in a lot of cosmetics. If you look at the label of our cosmetics, you can sort of know what everything is, like mango butter, avocado oil, grapeseed oil. It's things that we know and understand. It's not these long, complex chemical names that ultimately can adversely affect our health. The US is very, very behind on cosmetics regulations. So in a lot of cases, it's up to the companies to be the responsible ones to make things that are good for consumer skin and their health. And finally, I just wanted to say that another reason that I started this company is because I believe that companies should be a force for good in the world and should try to minimize their footprints. So our packaging is made from paper, and for every product we sell, we plant a tree. And so it's sort of closing the loop in a sense of using this material to make our packaging, but also replenishing it so that we leave as light of a footprint as we can. So I'd love to answer any questions that people have at this point.
Great. Super. Well, thank you. We have quite a few questions that came in. This is great. I like the fact that you generated some of these questions from folks. So first one was that you said that we could bury the packaging once we've used up the product. How long does it take to decompose?
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different ways that they can decompose. Some people have municipal composting, so you can just send it to your municipal compost service. If you have a backyard compost, paperboard, which is what our product is made out of, paperboard typically decomposes in backyard compost in around 3 to 6 months. And then if you're burying it in the ground, it's a decomposition period of around a year or greater.
Okay, super, thank you. One question says, I imagine the plastic packaging provides some degree of security from tampering. How have you addressed that, or any concerns about that with the paper product packaging?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we do have an outer sort of protective layer as well when it's shipped to you or when it's sold in the store. So you wouldn't be able to just like take the top off or something if you saw it in the store. And so it's quite secure and quite durable. I have other sort of like a lip balm that's made from this type of packaging, and I've had this package for years. The lip balm's probably expired. I just keep it in my bag to see how long it can last. And so it's quite durable.
Great, thank you. Who do you consider to be your top 3 competitors?
It's funny because when I started working on this, there was basically no options for cosmetics with sustainable packaging. And just in the last year, I think a lot of companies have sort of made it a priority to release some cosmetics that are biodegradable. So the ones, there's Axiology Beauty, which makes natural lipsticks. They've just released a lipstick sort of mini stick with paper packaging. And then the Danish brand Kjærweiss, they're a bit more sort of like upscale luxury than us, but they do have very nice biodegradable packaging. And then I would say there's like quite a few like very, very small scale companies that have this sort of biodegradable packaging for lipsticks. So they are competitors, but I think that we also offer something different in all of them, that we have packaging that's very elegant, but it's also, you know, not too expensive. It's in a friendly price range.
Thank you. Where do you plant the trees?
So we partner with an organization called One Tree Planted, and they have planting sites all over the world. So for our Kickstarter, we planted them in the Amazon rainforest, but now we donate to their North American planting sites.
Great, thank you. Do you provide the shipping costs if we, as the consumer, return the packages back to you, or do we pay the shipping costs to return them to you?
So to be honest, we've actually never had a return, which is really amazing. And usually if something is wrong with the package, or with the cosmetic, we would just send you another one. We wouldn't ask you to send it back to us. Okay.
And this is a secondary question to the one about protection and security. How can you assure the paper container would protect the cosmetics and the quality of the product when exposed to different conditions such as temperature, humidity, heat, etc.?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've run through all of these scenarios, and I think that this type of packaging is something that people are getting used to more. With like Native deodorant, for example, just did a huge campaign for their deodorant that comes in paper packaging. And I think one thing that I've noticed is that we've sort of grown up in a world where we've become accustomed to plastic packaging and sort of this durability that it provides, but in some cases it's almost too durable. It, you know, lasts for hundreds of thousands of years and in landfills. And so our package, it's made out of paper, and like it might become a little bit scuffed over the course of use or a year. The product expires after a year anyways. So I think that it's somewhat a question of just shifting expectations to biodegradable products.
Thank you. That is our time for the Q&A portion for you, but thank you so much for providing all that additional information. And like I said, we'll provide your contact information to the attendees so they can reach out directly. Thank you, Lillian.
Thank you so much.
Great. Our next pitcher, Yabi, are you ready?
Hello.
Hi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
super.
ready.
So Yabi Cologne is with Questor, and Questor is an app that will help us normal humans connect with celebrity gamers. And so I'd like to play his pitch video and hope that the audio is better.
Let me ask you something. If you can pay $100 to play with your favorite NBA player, would you do it? Of course you would. Well, my name is Yabi. I'm a tech entrepreneur, and I'm working on a revolutionary app for gamers called Questor. I want to start off by thanking you for stopping by and checking out this video. You're going to be glad you did, especially if you're a gamer. So what is Questor? Questor is a community-based app for gamers that bridges the gap between celebrity-level gamers and casual gamers who don't play video games for a living but would love for the chance to play with their favorite streamers and pro gamers. On Questor, users sign up and create a profile, registering as either a streamer or a questor. Those who sign up as streamers enter the link to the platform they stream on so we can verify them on our end. Once the streamer's profile is set and ready to go, they can begin to create sessions with a price they choose. Those who sign up as questers send a request to play for the session streamers have created. Once the streamers have a handful of questers who've queued up for a session, streamers pick the questers at random by a lottery-generated button they tap. I'm really excited about this project we are working on. We are launching it to the public so you can assist us in making Questor a reality. Hey everyone, thanks for watching our presentation video on Questor. I want to address a few things I didn't go over in the video, like where we are now, where we want to be, our target audience, and how we are going to make money from Questor. Questor is currently in its first month of web production. We are registered as an LLC in the state of Connecticut, and we are the only platform that will provide the unique experience of playing your favorite video games with your favorite celebrity streamers worldwide. There's nothing like Questor in the market. We are currently looking for our first round of investors who can provide additional funds to compensate potential streamers who would be partnering with us to bring attention to our brand. Our goal is to finalize the development of Questor for both iOS and Android platforms. We want to partner with streamers so that they can beta test our platform and promote it to their followers. The goal is to have future users excited to register from launch day and beyond. We want to be the first multi-billion-dollar tech giant in the gaming industry that revolutionizes the way streamers interact with their community. There are over 3 billion active gamers around the world. From this number, over 342,000 stream on 4 major platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and DLive. Most streamers have an average of at least 100,000 fans. Some have millions. These are fans who are willing to pay to play with their favorite streamers. The way our platform makes money is simple. When streamers create sessions, they set a price. Fans submit requests for the available sessions. The streamer takes 80% of the earnings from each session, and our company keeps 20%. We hope that this presentation gives a clear understanding of what we are working on and where we are in the process. If you have any questions, you can email us at contact@questor.site. Thanks.
Thank you, Yabi. You have just a little under 4 minutes if you'd like to go ahead and answer or provide us with additional information since you submitted your video.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
I'm trying to access my camera. I don't know if it doesn't let me access it for some reason. I was having issues on my laptop and I'm on my phone. But anyways, yeah, so my name is Yabi. Questor is basically my baby. That's what we've been working on for basically the past year. Just trying to get it started and the prototyping and everything. And basically it's my dream. It's a desire that's always been in my heart, you know, as a kid growing up in my teenage years, always playing video games. Now I'm an adult and I'm a father, but I still play video games heavily. And I've always, you know, wondered how can I play with these, you know, content creators, streamers, pro gamers, whatever you want to call them. How can I reach out to them or have a chance to play with them, you know? And that wasn't easy. So Questor was an idea that just came to mind one day. And basically that it bridges that between us casual gamers with those celebrity streamers. And so once the idea came to mind, you know, I definitely got to work on it. And that's where we are now. I'm sorry, I see I'm getting a few questions. I don't know if.
Yep, I'll ask the questions when you have your the Q&A session. So. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So like the video said, we just got started. We're in our first what you call module. So the stream modules to get the platform started. We're on our first module, so we're getting that out of the way. We're doing our finishing touches on it, so we can launch it by either late December or early January sometime next year. And we're just really excited, to get this out there. I've been, reaching out to multiple streamers. I've talked to a couple, to be able to partner up with them to market Questor to their audience, which I'm talking about millions of gamers around the world. So I'm pretty confident in Questor. It's one of its kind. There's nothing like it in the gaming industry and the gaming market whatsoever. So I'm just really excited to be able to launch this platform.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's move into the Q&A. Oh, do you have something else to add? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think there must have been probably a delay in the video.
Okay. All right. So we do have some questions coming in for you. How do you find the celebrities, the gamers to participate in the product?
So, like I said, I've been, I'm just going to their Instagram, their Twitter, their YouTube. They have their email up, and I'm just reaching out to them, contacting them, via email or even on Instagram and DMs or even Twitter. And a few of them have gone back to me, and a few of them haven't gone back to me. Like I said, these are streamers who have millions of followers. They have a huge audience, so they're basically celebrities, and the fact that if I'm able to get in contact with even a few of them, it'll be a huge milestone for our process in this journey we are in building this platform.
Great, thank you. What do you see as the social impact of Questor?
So what do you mean when you ask social impact? What exactly do you mean?
An impact that solves a problem, makes life easier, provides a solution. When we think about social entrepreneurship or social impact of an organization, it would be how they impact their communities.
Okay, yeah. So, as streamers, right? When they stream and all these people are looking at them play, a lot of these people, whoever they may be, they attend to their stream and to basically, distract themselves the same way we would do if we were to watch a movie or listen to music or whatever it is you do for entertainment. People watch streamers because they feel they could have a much deeper connection with that person. And when you're starting off as a streamer, before you get to your millions of viewers, you're very much engaged with your community, and that community is literally watching your stream, but they're chatting at the same time in the comment section, and saying, for example, man, I've been able to see you for the past couple of years, and you've helped me with suicide or depression and stuff like that. And that's a lot of things that streamers always talk about, how they've been able to impact their community. So when you ask about social impact, this is something that's gonna have a much more deeper connection within the gaming community. These streamers who have been able to just talk to their community, in quick sentences or quick shout outs where it's something like, hey man, thanks for liking my stream. To be able to have a personal connection with someone, let's say, like in the video when I first said, imagine LeBron James, right? The biggest NBA player star right now was to create a session on a Wednesday night from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and someone is lucky enough to win that session to play with them, just to be able to have a personal interaction with LeBron or any other athlete or any other artist or rapper, whoever it may be. I think that would be something, to not just brag about, but something to be really excited and happy about, that I was able to have a personal connection where I played a video game, had some laughs, and was able to interact with someone great, like that. So that's the way I think about
it. Thank you. Another question is, have you gone to any gaming conventions to pitch this idea, and was there a lot of interest?
Good question. So when I first started, when I first got our prototype, we got it done last year. Once the prototype was done, I then launched the Kickstarter I think it was like around October last year. And unfortunately, our Kickstarter didn't do so good. I was still unfamiliar with how to really build an anticipation once to launch it and get it out there. So that wasn't great, unfortunately. But from there on, then the pandemic hit, and unfortunately, there are no gaming conventions to just attend right now. But what I have been doing, like I said, I've been reaching to these streamers and just putting content on social media, on Instagram, and just trying to build my audience that way. And once we are out of this pandemic and those events do come, that's something that our company, me and my business partner, we will be attending to.
Great, thank you. We have one question that I think will take quite a bit of time, so I'm going to ask a quicker question for you. Do the celebrity players have agents that you need to go through?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do the celebrity players have agents that you need to coordinate through?
So I'm not exactly sure what they mean by agents, but basically, the way the platform works is simple. Are they when you say, is this a question related to an app where they're asking, do they need an agent to create a session, or?
No, celebrities have agents.
Okay.
Celebrity.
Okay, I see what you mean. So when you're talking about when I reach out to them, well,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, when I reach out to them, yeah, I do talk to some of the event coordinators and stuff like that. So yeah, I have been talking to people, like, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. And that concludes our 5 minutes for Q&A. Thank you. There is another question here that I'll send to you later, and you can reach out directly to to our attendee about that to provide more information. Thank you, Yabi. All right. And our third and final picture tonight is Your Community Cares. Your Community Cares is I would say a connector between baby boomers and those that are in need of care and assistance to those who would like to offer care and assistance to those clients. And so let's watch their pitch video.
Hello, my name is Michelle Puzo, the president and co-founder of Your Community Cares.
And I'm MD Birmingham, treasurer and co-founder of Your Community Cares.
Your Community Cares was established in 2019 to introduce a no-cost intergenerational digital platform that connects volunteers to older adults and those that are physically disabled. So we are in every town in Connecticut. Our digital platform allows any resident that is age qualified to sign up and have a profile on our website and get help with whatever they need around the house in the categories of housework, yard work, companionship, or transportation. And we know that since COVID-19 has started, many of our residents that are in quarantine have not gotten to doctor's appointments, have become more depressed and lonely.
The recent COVID-19 pandemic has really increased the need for communities to be better connected. As a result, we added the business profile in 2020, and that was to allow town human services departments or healthcare organizations to enroll community members in the same profile. They are the advocates to the community members in need.
And we are looking for every town in Connecticut, their leaders, to collaborate. And with this roadmap, libraries, high schools, senior centers, human services departments of every town can either refer community members who are in need or help to support with those refer volunteers that can provide the help that is needed. So working together as a town to help support one another to maximize the town's resources.
One of the new features that we added to our platform was to allow community deeds for volunteers or community members to expand. So what we added was a 5 to 15 mile radius for people that a community member might schedule a task, and volunteers will get notifications.
Community members are the ones that put in the request for help. So once they put in that request, every volunteer within 15 miles of their house will receive an email that that person is in need of a certain task. The volunteer accepts the appointment or declines it based on their schedule. We make volunteering very easy for the volunteers, and the scheduling is easy for the community members. Everything is done directly in their profile on our website, yourcommunitycares.org. And all services are provided at no cost to the community member.
Go to yourcommunitycares.org. That's letter U, letter R, communitycares with a S.org, and click on the appropriate tab. Whether you want to be a community member, a volunteer, or a business partner.
Safety is always our concern. We are COVID-19 compliant, supplying our community members and volunteers with masks and gloves as needed. We perform background checks on all of our participants, and we are fully insured to operate in all U.S. states, and our website is fully secure. Our funding comes from a variety of sources. We are now on the Town of Manchester town budget, and we hope to be in other town budgets across Connecticut. We have received a variety of grants based on COVID-19 and just other grants that we have submitted. We have private donations. Please consider a way that you may be able to help your community. Becoming a board member, advisor, or hometown hero, referring community members that are in need, or becoming a volunteer. You can help in many ways.
I'll leave this up here too. So Michelle and you have just over 2 minutes.
Okay, great.
Great.
So we definitely connect communities. We connect basically neighbor to neighbor. Neighbors help each other, and we allow the town to save on an economical and a social aspect, because a neighbor helping someone that's elderly to bring out their garbage, that prevents them from a slip and fall, but it also allows connection of respect, and there's some dialogue between the two and that's really important to help bring the community closer together. And we've, like it said, we've integrated with towns, local governments, and we are integrating with high schools. We're cascading into other towns as well. We just did a podcast with Chief DeMeo from Clinton, and
30 seconds.
Yep, he spoke wonderfully about what we offer to the community. So we're excited about that, about being able to help communities.
Thank you. Michelle, did you want to add one more thing?
No, I was just going to say we'll just leave it open for questions. That's
okay, fine. Super. So now we have 5 minutes for questions. We do have one, well, actually two that have come in. When you volunteer, are the volunteers given a specific schedule, or do they, as the volunteer, let you know like on a week-to-week basis when they're available?
So the way the platform works is when a volunteer signs up, they pick the category and the task that they're interested in doing. So when a community member, they do the same thing. The community member picks the task that they are in need of help. And so once the email goes out, once they schedule that community deed, the thing they need help with, every volunteer in that town and then within 15 miles of that person's house will receive an email. And once they log into their account, they can see exactly what the request is for. And the volunteer can accept it or decline it based on their schedule. And so that makes volunteering really easy, that it's based on their time. And so they can accept it or decline it based on their schedule.
Thank you. Are high school students able to be volunteers? So, and could they receive community service hours for that?
Absolutely, yep. Anyone that's 15 to 17 years old, as long as they have the parental consent form filled out and supervision, and then anyone over the age of 18 is background checked. But from 15 to 17, and then high schools can enroll a group of students for community service with supervision of a teacher. And on our partners page of our website, that is where, you know, groups of high school students or college students or a group of employees from a certain business can enroll as a group and do yard work or some type of volunteering together.
And there's also virtual volunteering as well, which has been crucial.
Yeah, virtual opportunities such as, you know, just socialization or playing games or talking about current events allows for people to socialize with one another if they might be still in quarantine.
Thank you. How do you determine the cost to the town? And what is your message to the municipality as to why they should include you in their budget?
So a lot of towns have done senior needs assessments. So they're recognizing that the services that they have, especially with senior centers being shut down right now, they're looking for more opportunities for how to connect their neighbors. To build a digital platform like ours is very costly. So most towns are gravitating towards these virtual opportunities to connect their residents. We figure that every community member and volunteer costs about $100 to our platform. That is the background check, the website cost, and the insurance. We're fully insured. We have auto insurance, board insurance, general liability insurance, workers' comp insurance. So all of those things are really crucial to help support the people on our platform, and it does come at a cost. And so it's based on the town size. So if the town of Manchester, as an example, they put us on their town budget for $5,000. That's up to the town. However many people they think we can serve in their town, that's up to the town.
But the demographics typically 30%, and that's of physically disabled and
Older
people,
adults.
yeah, older adults, 70 and older.
That's usually the demographic in every town.
Yeah. So that's how we do it.
Thank you. You are currently only in Connecticut. Do you have plans to expand outside of the state?
We are capable of scaling to the entire nation. The only thing that holds us back is finances, being able to afford for the insurance and you know, all the other web securities. But other than that, according to Chief DeMeo, the term he said was, we're shovel ready.
And would you scale in the same way where you would coordinate with towns, community organizations and such to get the connections?
Absolutely, absolutely. Would allow the town and their departments to, you know, take over their own community member sections and advocate on their behalf.
Yeah, and we're also partnering with insurance companies so that we're able to help support the most fragile population that are coming home from hospitals or recovering from injuries, whatever it might be. So we're also on the cusp of a whole new league, which would be getting into insurance companies and hospital associations and things of that nature.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is our 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Appreciate your input. So we are now at the stage where we are going to vote. And so bear with me because I set this up, but I'm not sure I set it up 100% correctly. So I hope this works, to be honest. Let me launch the poll, but while you're thinking about who you're going to vote for as our winner this evening, do think about the 4 criteria that we have for our pitchers: originality, long-term sustainable potential, a solution-based approach, and social impact. So let me launch the poll. Please vote. We're going to give that about a minute, minute and a half. And while you're voting, I just wanted to let you know too, I will make sure that the questions that we did not get a chance to ask of the pitchers are emailed to the pitcher and to the attendee who asked it, so that we can make that connection and you can provide additional information. Also like to say a huge thanks to our pitchers who pivoted very quickly to help us out when we went virtual and created videos. I know that it wasn't natural for some of us to pitch in this manner. We prefer to pitch with a live audience and a in-person event, and hopefully we'll get there soon. Very, very soon, like Susan said, maybe next spring. So, all right. Well, I think everyone has voted. So what I'll do is I'll end the poll and then I will share the results. We actually have a tie. Dun, da, da, da. And so we have a tie between Grantis and Your Community Cares. So that means that you both get a prize, which is exciting. We both get the first prize, and we have co-winners this evening. I'm not allowed to vote, so I can't break that tie, but really appreciate everybody's participation tonight, and congratulations to Grantis and Your Community Cares. Congratulations to Questor. You did a great job, and I think this is a great springboard for all 3 companies to refine your pitch. Apply to pitch again when we do have a live event, because again, that's a very different experience, and having a live audience that you can interact with face-to-face is so very different. So I'd also like to thank all of our attendees for coming tonight and for supporting our entrepreneurial community here in Middletown and in the Middlesex County, and for participating in Collision. And like I said, tomorrow, Jeff Pugliese from the Chamber will be in touch for our 2 winners about what you have won and how the Chamber can support you in your quest to get out better to the public and get the benefits of Chamber membership. And thank you, Susan, for coordinating this evening and coordinating all of our pitchers. I'd like to again thank the Chamber of Commerce and all of our sponsors for helping us out tonight. And be well, stay safe, stay healthy. We'd like to see you at the next Collision, December 1st, with our Wesleyan students, and then December 15th with our Jumpstart attendees. So wear your mask and vote. And we will see you very, very soon. Thanks and congratulations again to Grantis and to Your Community Cares. Great job. Take care.